Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
And we're live, bros.
Yo,
Right on.
what up, everybody? Nice. Love that movie.
Yeah, what they say is that's the thing about high school girls. I keep getting older, but they keep staying the same age. All right.
Oh God, classic.
How
Love that
goes
shit.
it? How goes it? Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever, don't forget to share this out. Head on over to X. That's where we live. Hit us with a repost, drop a like and a comment. As always, and enjoy the show. I'm here with my bro, Miggy Crypto Live.
Yo, what's up, guys? Just two cows hanging out with our other bro who we haven't had a chance to see in a long time or talk to, and this is gonna be a good one. So
This is
thanks for
Hey
hanging.
Diddle. He's got the cat and the fiddle, bro. We just the cows that jumped over the moon. How goes it?
Let's go.
We're with
That was
the
good.
Mike Salvi, bro.
I've been to the moon.
And back.
You don't want to go there. You should have. You did the right thing by jumping right over it. Both of you.
Yeah, well, we saw all the Nazis on the dark side, and we figured, fuck that.
Yeah, I had a podcast up there for a little while, and it was. I knew it was wild. Like, it was crazy up on the moon. Like, there's no, not much not a lot of regulation up there. Not the same
Wild
type of
West.
regulation that the Earthlings are used to. We Earthlings, by the way. So it was wild. So I had to wrap it up.
This is the wild,
Like
wild far west, the high west.
it's very high. Yeah, high northwest. Yeah, very high northwest. It was crazy because I found this cool little crater, and it was like I parked my ship there and everything. And after a while, it was just like, yeah, the neighborhood got crazy.
It makes me fucking think of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Oh God, we need to bring that guy back. How do we get Adam West to do Space Ghost Coast to Coast? Relevant topics, relevant guests.
Yo, I don't think it would be the same. Like Brack went to some crazy places. Like Brack was a gem. Like you'd be hard pressed to find another Brack, right?
Yeah.
Really. I want that, a beautiful sandwich. Oh my God, he was so good.
His mom and dad though.
Oh.
Oh
Yo,
gosh.
yeah, shout out to any of the fans. And if you're not there, I mean, just go down a Brack fucking rabbit hole, man. Look on YouTube, like BRAK. Roll something up.
Yo.
And just watch some stupid shit. This is the shit we grew up laughing at.
Yeah, exactly. Nostalgic value is priceless right now. I've been doing the way back. Speaking of way back, like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to just kind of jump this off with kind of, what resurged everything for, us is I went and got out of my little hiatus, my little hole, and got drug out to NFT NYC with Miggy. And we ran into this dude who calls himself a funny person, TJ Miller, and he was out here telling people he was the first to do comedy NFTs, bro. And I had to set the story straight. It was an awkward first interaction, but he knows the truth, and his entourage knows what's up. And I just wanted to, bring the man himself up who did do the first comedy NFTs.
Yes, sir.
No disrespect to TJ Miller, he just wasn't the first.
No.
Yeah.
The first.
So I think what's more important about any of this part is the part where you had a breakthrough and you were like, listen, I'm gonna have an uncomfortable conversation. I'm dead ass serious. Like, to have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody it's not an easy task. That's why it's called uncomfortable. But once you break through it, like those things last forever, and they, So by the way, he'll never forget So for anybody, let's catch you up. My name is Mike Zalby. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm the first stand-up comedian to make stand-up comedy NFTs. And the reason is Kenn.
Yeah, buddy.
Kenny and I we're very close. And one day he was like, "Listen, dude, NFTs, and if you don't make the first stand-up comedy NFT, you won't be the first stand-up comic to make NFTs." And I was like, "Done." So I made it. I fucked it up. I completely screwed it up. But then I made another one, and whatever. So so I have the stand-up comedy NFTs under my belt, and they're worth absolutely nothing. They're like Dogecoin's worth more than these things, but no. So just the fact that it's there and it's done. So Kenn went and saw a stand-up comedian, TJ Miller. All respect to the guy, was walking around saying that he's the first stand-up comic to make NFTs. Well, first of all, it's not like it was on the front page of the AP Newswire when I dropped these things. Okay, nobody fucking know who So anyway, it's fine for the guy not to know, but it is cool to be able to pull up and say, like, no, here's the proof. And this is my lighter, but pretending this was a fucking USB stick, right? No, here's the proof. And it's on the blockchain that did this. So Kenny walked up to, if you don't know who TJ Miller is, and if you've seen Deadpool, then you know who TJ Miller is. He's the guy who just he was the bartender. You look like Freddy Krueger. Fuck the map, right? That guy. So he performed or whatever. I don't know if he did this before or after, but Kenny went up to him and he was like, "Listen, you're not the first one to do this." And, I guess it caught him a little off guard. You know how that went better than I do, but
Yeah, these cows knew the truth.
Yeah, it was right after he got off stage. Me and Mickey were waiting outside, not intentionally.
Yeah, we got some pussy noodles outside.
Yeah, we were hanging out with pussy noodles, just eating some pussy noodles. And
Sure.
TJ walked out and, I gave him a little tap on the shoulder, and he kept it moving like he's too important. But his one of his entourage, I guess, saw it was me and was like, "Yo, no, you got to talk to him." And dude, before I even shook his hand, I was like, "You're not the first, right?" The dude called me. It was the dude. It just Floridian slipped out of my mouth because it's all I was thinking since he said it on stage. Right. But it was cool that I got to like show him your NFTs on wax and talk about that stuff. Gave him a little bit of my own background story and had to do like an NDA and like a release for him so he could put me in his cock blockchain movie or whatever he's doing. I thought that was pretty lit. So if I do end up in that, that'd be cool. I did give up any rights to value, so if I don't earn anything for being in that movie, but it's cool.
Well, what was cool was the two of you guys. We just love each other so much. The two of you guys called me, and you were like immediately after like I got to talking to him. You're like, Joe, what the like? I haven't heard. We haven't like whatever. So you call me, and I'm like, what the fuck? What's up? And you're like, bro. And the two of you, I guess you have me on speaker, but I'm talking to the two of you, and you told me everything that happened, and it was just like I couldn't help but just crack the fuck up and feel great, obviously, as your friend. You did that, but like. You could have just fucking kept it moving, and you didn't. You made a point to say something, so I thought that was really cool. So I mean, yeah, shout out to the guy, but like if you go to his website, his website is TJ Miller doesn't have a website.
Nice.
On Twitter, he's not TJ Miller, and I think it's the same thing on Instagram too. So for the guy that was selling himself as the first stand-up comic to make NFTs, and to find out that he's not. If he's not capitalizing on this, not the first to make NFTs, the guy completely missed out. Like, this is free alpha for these people, man. I'm giving shit
They're
away
probably
out
watching
here.
this right now.
No, why do you think I said that? Like, so listen, man, I got more of these ideas. That was free. The first one's always free, okay? But you want to come back for that good shit? Hit me up, D Mike Salvi on Cash App. Yeah, man, but it's cool. I love. By the way, so what's it? Cock blockchain.
Yeah, cock blockchain.
Yeah,
that's great. I love the fact that this has existed and it's happening. I mean, sure, Web3 is it's a wild fucking world, and some people think it came and went. It didn't really go anywhere. It's just a lot of people stopped looking at it. But the fact that people are making use of this, of course, man.
You want to keep going down this rabbit hole. I'm curious what your thoughts are on like the industry. I know you've had some conversations with like National Lampoons. You've been in a few movies, yourself locally. Yeah. Do you see the utility for this technology? For like, even like the small independent films and stuff, how they could utilize this stuff, and just curious, like how would or could they, right now?
Yeah, you got both sides of the coin.
You could. So first of all, I mean, just from a film production standpoint, I mean, just let's just fucking brainstorm for a little bit, right? So if I'm making a film here, obviously I'm going to need funding for it. So I mean, I could sell off different types of pieces. I could sell NFTs, you could buy whatever, but they could represent something too, like a jacket that I wore in a film, right? You could get that and redeem it and claim it, obviously for a higher price, but because there's only going to be one Marty McFly jacket, right? There's only going to be one pair of fucking boots, right? So, you could do all types of stuff like that, and obviously, you'd feel good about funding it. But then, I mean, going into any screenings, anywhere that it's being shown, and if you have the NFT, and you already get in. I mean, there's those types of things too. I mean, you've seen people try it with a lot of different events. I mean, I've seen the bigger projects do it, with like large events, whether they failed or succeeded. I mean, I don't know. Still remains to be seen. I mean, the whole idea is still so new. Like even Bitcoin itself still can't even buy cigarettes. So like this whole
right.
So this whole concept is still like, can it get into movies now at least? No, yeah, okay, 2009, almost. No, it's only 15. It can't even drive a freaking car.
It is crazy that they have Bitcoin ATMs in the gas stations, but you can't spend Bitcoin at the gas stations that you get it at.
That's true. Yeah, and if you're interested in Bitcoin ATMs, you can hit me up at D Mike Salvi as well. I saw those worldwide.
Yeah, no, I'm actually going to have Elise hit you up about that, bro. For a quick segue, topic change, I don't mind because they're traveling the country doing road trips, going to events. And I was like, yo, why aren't you stopping at gas stations, having, Bitcoin ATMs installed? And their light bulb moment went off right above their head. And I'm like, yeah, really? even if 1 in 20 gas stations said yes, how many ATM machines do you think you'd have by now? And they said, fuck, you're right. Like, dude, and I was like, yeah, it adds up fast. You've been doing this for years. So I definitely want to have people reach out about that. If you want to just quick segue, plug the ATM company, let people know a little bit about it and how they can get involved in getting them installed.
Yeah, Bitcoin's changed my life in so many ways, man, through stand-up comedy and just, whatever. But aside from just buying it a long time ago and hoping it moons or whatever, we're buying it yesterday and hoping it's not worth $20,000 tomorrow, right? Um, I started working for a company called Chain Bikes. You can go to chainbikes.com, but we're a manufacturer. So while I could facilitate like a lead, for instance, if I got a gas station where I know I could probably put one in, like, I don't know, Nebraska, facilitate that. But the main thing that I do is I supply operators. So if somebody wants to start a Bitcoin ATM operation, they'd hit me up and I'd supply them with their fleet and then, kind of hold their hand on, at least teach you, like, walk them from like white belt to black belt and, coach them as they're out there fighting and getting kicked in the face and winning, all those things. So, but that's essentially what I do. In addition to all the other stuff I do, I mean, I've been working with them forever. And so, I mean, in addition to, I mean, it's afforded me I have my own production studio. I'm in addition to being a stand-up comedian, I produce podcasts. I have a company called Excellence Productions with my partner Buzz Taylor, and we produce. We've got a bunch of shows that we produce for comedians, musicians, seamstress. There's a mixologist show. So just whatever people want to do, if they want to sit in front of the camera and hire us to do the production for them, I'm all for it. We coach them along the way too, so we help them get their numbers up and teach them what works and what doesn't, what the algorithm like. You ever see when you're scrolling through YouTube and you wonder why people are like, oh, that shit's important. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't realize that, but it is. Like, all that stuff helps. So
what's some of the craziest shit people have asked you to produce? You have any 2 girls? You have 2 girls, 1 cup yet, or what?
No.
2 girls, 1 blockchain is what it would be.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's a thick mempool, bro.
The craziest thing? Nothing too outrageous. And look, man, shoot, as long as you pay me, I'll shoot whatever you need me to do, as long as, it's within reason.
I like how you use the word legal. The fuck?
I don't go by that. Really word.
That's awesome.
Dude, no, that's
legal. Listen, my partner today, we're in here working, and his mom his mom and his brother were driving in an Uber. The Uber was driving too fast, and he sideswiped a few people and got in an accident on the highway. So we picked up and left. But I was like, listen, I heard his mom on the phone. She's okay, but she was scared. You could hear her crying a little bit in the background. I said, Mom was crying. Man, I rode the shoulders. There was no such thing as red lights. You know what I mean? I didn't hit anybody. I made sure that nobody was coming. But listen, man, we got stuff to do. I'm not this. I'll deal with the law later.
Right. Time delay.
Yeah, no.
Have you I want to talk a little bit about the comedy verse that you did. I think that's a pretty big deal, just kind of like with the NFT stuff. I consider it like one of the first 2, and I think even when we spoke to TJ Miller, they had mentioned something about wanting to do something in the metaverse, or maybe Ken asked him about doing something metaverse. I don't remember, but yeah, if you want to talk about that and the kind of stuff that y'all been doing there, and how you've been kind of just connecting other comedians and shit.
Yeah, it's been it's a hell of a journey too, because the thing is when you come up with an idea, you're like, this is the one. Or even if you don't think it's this is the one, you're like, all right, well, now it's time for the world to be, introduced to it. Well, the world might not be ready for, everything that you're ready to bring out right away. So on-ramping comedians was a little bit challenging, but at the same time too, I was like, I gotta cast this net as wide as I can, because I know if I talk to 200 comedians, I might get 5 of them on here that'll be solid and regular and ready to go. And I don't know if that's what the numbers were, but from the amount that I've talked to, because it's a process, man. You got to walk them through wallet security, setting all these things up. And the platform that we chose was Crypto Voxels. So then you have to teach them how to, even if you give them all their wearables and stuff like that, which we were doing, it's a very involved process. So you have to sit and hold somebody's hand who probably still calls it lithium, right? They still don't know what that is, right? Yeah. And that's okay. But I'm just saying, that's how new they are to it, right? And you're trying to teach them how to put their head onto their avatar body and then make sure that their mic is synced up while they're performing. And
Oh, and this
Believe
ain't
it or
even
not, man, a lot
covering
of
the
people.
whole be your own bank, back up your keys, don't lose your locket,
Oof.
like all that stuff. You're
Right.
right.
All that stuff's involved to somebody that's brand new to
So
the
much.
idea. So and dog, if you're in crypto, you're excited about it. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh man, yeah, you get to be your own bank, and you get to start the and like right. So all this unnecessary enthusiasm is kind of pouring out too. No, but anyway, so to fast forward, yeah, I got some comics that were shooting. I mean, Jackie Wells, Del Gold was working with us for a little bit. We had a avatar for those guys too, but it was just it's challenging too, because then the other thing too, do most people have computers that can run metaverse stuff anymore? No, everybody's on their damn phone.
Right.
So, which is another reason why we picked crypto voxels, because it's mobile friendly. But like, even still, it was tough to make it all work. So all that
Right.
being said, um, what do I think about it? What do I think about the direction of it? I think it works for sure. I mean, because you go to a DJ party in the metaverse, you're just you got your avatar dancing, you're DMing people, you're having fun. But when everybody's there to kind of try to all make this all work, it was there were certainly challenges. But that being said, they still work.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you've been around
I
long
had Tyler
enough.
Morrison. I had Tyler Morrison as one of our regulars who would come and perform. He just opened for Andrew Schultz. He's like this, he's like the number one comic up in Canada. He's just a monster. But yeah, I mean, he was working with us for a little bit too. And then yeah, National Lampoon's actually was looking around to do the same thing, and they hired they hired a team, I should say, to look around into the metaverse and say like, hey, does this exist? Can we perform stand-up comedy? Like, can we get into this? And so they hit me up. They saw what I was already doing. Kind of like Christopher Columbus. They just showed up and they were like, "Oh shit, somebody's already here doing this." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we didn't go to war or anything. We skipped right to the Thanksgiving, and we started working with them, and they were kind of helping on board people a little bit too. They came out with a project that was rushed, so just didn't do well at the time. But then like 3 weeks later, all of like crypto like just went, boom, and then everybody just kind of stopped doing like what they were doing anyway. So. But then no, they launched a project. They sold NFTs that their sale didn't meet what they thought they were going to do. So they actually refunded everybody. They just let them keep the NFTs too, which was kind of fucking cool. So it wasn't like a rug pull. They were just like, it was like a concrete, like, all right, just everybody get the hell out of here. Like,
Right.
everybody
Disperse.
out of my house.
Never mind. Never mind, everybody.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of like that. Like, so it wasn't like anybody left with like,
Holy shit, they did a mulligan. That was was that like the first
Mulligan,
crypto
that's
mulligan? Yeah.
It may have been. Which is kind of cool because National Lampoon's history is very
Yeah,
very
dude.
funny history as a company. So like for that to have happened with them was
Yes,
kind of
it's
funny
perfect.
too.
It's on
But it was
brand.
cool. Like,
That's a cool
but I mean,
experience.
because of taking this step and saying yes to you a long time ago when you were like, yo, make the first stand-up comedy NFT, and I've gone to countless conferences and just showing up and doing whatever. Like, it put me in a position to. Did anything ever happen with National Lampoon after that? No. But at the very least, like, there were certain eyes that were on me. In 2 movies this year already. I'm probably going to be in a third one. We're shooting. I say probably because it's probably going to come out this year. But if not, it'll come out early 25. But like, all this crazy stuff's happening. I say crazy because 2 years ago, I don't know. I don't know that maybe I guess I did because I really was working on stuff like in the direct 2 years ago. But like, at the heart of what I do, I'm a stand-up comic, but I've been exposed to so much different stuff just by getting out. I mean, and whether it was in the crypto world or whether it was in the basket weaving world, and I'm sure they have conferences too. They have to. Violinists, I'm sure they meet every
Dude,
fucking July in Vegas.
I just went to my first tarot card reading conference thing, dude. It was so cool. I got my cards read for the very first time. Shout out to Pollyanny, West Virginia. Took me to this thing. It was so cool. I got my cards read, got my aura cleaned and all this stuff. It was awesome.
So yeah, right. Even in the tarot card community, I'm just you get out and you find like a thing to do and find a way. And you guys are a great example of that too, because it's not like you guys like you've always been a worker. I've always told people this about you, like hell or high water. You could always, and this was back when you had your podcast, the way that you were doing it, but like hell or high water, man, you set your clock to Kenny going live at noon, and then going live again, streaming later on that day, like. You put your work in and you're always into something. So even with you guys working with Esporia, right? Like you're in the space doing stuff. You're not just like buying shit coins and hoping, even though, and the fact that you're like the mastermind of shit coin is even funnier.
Yeah,
But like,
boy.
The shitcoin.
I love it.
Yeah, these shitcoin
We're just
mastermind, bro.
we just degen in it, you know. We're just I
Right.
think, you know, we've been like the three of us just all together have still adhered to the traditional Bitcoin values, you know, like what brought me on was, you know, the whole aspect of just the community and, you know, how important it is to really, you know, do things for each other and just kind of like work together and, you know, moving forward and just growing that, you know, and a lot of that was lost, I feel, with the ICOs and then, you know, with NFT art, you know, all these things, everybody became an artist and everybody started, you know, selling NFTs or trying to, you know, and it just became more about money, like more and more as time went by and traders, you know, all this shit and whatever. And I think for people like us, like not to say you can't make money or do those things, but you know, you stuck with what you're doing, bringing comedy to the blockchain and doing your thing and just you know, and you know, and yeah, you can make money, you can get paid to do stuff, you know, and Ken, you know, it's just the degenerate he is, you know, just staying that way and sticking to that and like, you know, being a crypto freaking millionaire, like, you know, a few times and shit, like,
Thanks.
and you know, and I just love to have fun and be
Thanks.
chill and just do my thing and help people, you know, as much as I can, because I never really got a lot of help, especially when it came to crypto. I spent 10 years doing everything by myself, learning on my own and teaching other people just so
Well, it's
that way I
because
had
you
other
don't know how
people
to
to
talk
talk.
to people. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Well, I was just so
You
disconnected
know how
from
to
the
do
big
anything and talk.
network, you know, like until I met Ken and got plugged in, I was so disconnected because I didn't know how to find anybody or get involved. But you know, but now you got the three of us here and just doing the damn thing, and it's good to have you back and have you on the show and get to, you
Good to
know,
be here, man.
who
Like some
knows
of my
what's coming
favorite
up.
moments in crypto were you guys like it like one of my favorite moments in crypto was diving into blow up swan kiddie pool outside at the Bitcoin conference. And it wasn't filled with water, it was filled with sunglasses. And
Oh God, that was such a
me
bad
and Mindy
idea.
were like, we just looked at it. No, it was a great idea because it was one of my favorite moments. And we can look back and we looked at each other, we're like, all right, ready on three, 1, 2, 3, and we just ran and dove.
Yeah,
And
everybody
then the
looked at us like
guys
we were
that
retards.
yeah, now the guy, it was, I think I think the company was called Swan, but the guys from Swan came over to us, and I thought they were going to yell at us, and they took
Yeah.
more boxes of sunglasses, and they just kept dumping it
Oh,
on us, and
that's
it's just
right.
like, all right, cool, that's right, this is a good time. Um, yeah, man, I mean, me and Kenny, I remember at a consensus, one of the consensuses that we went to years ago, there were five, I remember, I'll never forget, 5,000 people in the city, in New York City, all there for Bitcoin. Nobody. We were the only ones that found the only two restaurants in New York
Yes.
City, by the way, that accepted Bitcoin directly. So we Googled it, we looked them up, we called them. The guy was like, "Yeah, come on down, man." We
That's
went
awesome.
down. We ate a feast, one of them joints, like where it didn't cost a few
Yes.
dollars. It was a lot of money, and Ken was rich. So and he had all that Bitcoin, and they were like, "Yeah, he got it." No, so all seriousness, they like that moment was crazy. That like we were the only ones that we said, did anybody else from the conference come here? No, the guy was like,
Yeah,
nope.
dude, that was crazy when they said nobody else came, bro. That was like
Yeah.
5,000
All you had to
people. Not
Google.
Because I mean, not everybody, you know, there's a lot of posers out there, you know, and or they just don't adhere to the values of like, hey, you know, this shit's meant to be spent and used in like whatever. It's fucking fun. What do
Yeah,
they call it? Fun
dude. It
coupons.
was it was like an
Well, it was
indicator
long
for me
enough that
back then.
it was long enough that I'm sure we would have made more. We'd have more money now before we ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a
I've spent more
that
than
was
I'll
an
ever
ex-
hold.
That was, you know what my favorite memory though is, Mike. We were just sitting down, hanging out in the middle of a tornado, and everybody was taking cover. There's warnings. There's sounds going off, bro. There's rocks flying in the air and shit, and we had to like hide our faces with the mask, and we're just chilling, watching this tornado go by. It was epic.
That's funny.
I was telling this story about a month ago because it's yeah. So because we were wearing masks before it was cool, before it was even mandatory.
Yeah, we were.
But yeah, we were out in Vegas, and if you don't know this, Vegas has like desert warn, like fucking what is it called? Sandstorms?
Oh, the devil, the wait, those little sand tornado things.
Don't call them little. The fuck
Dude, that
everybody's
was
phone
crazy.
was
I mean, they're
like,
not little. Yeah, you're right. They're not. There's some of them are massive, like miles high in the air. I've flown over
dog.
one before, but I forgot.
Okay,
Dirt
well, we were
devils.
sitting in one because we weren't allowed. Because
called.
here's how cheap we are. We didn't want to get fined for smoking weed in the fucking Airbnb, so we sat out back and we were just like, oh, it can't be that bad, and we just smoked out back
Yeah.
with our masks on.
That's
For the
awesome.
record, it was that bad though, guys. Maybe next
It was
time
very
go
bad.
inside, don't do
Yeah.
what we do.
It's worth it. And truthfully, they probably wouldn't have smelled it. It was only like a few days in. But anyway, but we did. It was a great memory.
Yeah.
No, man. So as far as we don't. There's not still active. You can go to comedyverse.io right now and walk around and like see all like what's in there, and you can do it on your phone. You don't even have to log in. You could at least go check it out. Like all my content and stuff is on there too. So if you want to hit me up through there, if your Cash App doesn't work, you can. Yeah, but I mean, like, so I mean, we did shows. We had them regular for a little bit, and then we stopped doing them. And then just started doing other things.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up earlier. I was going to say, you've been in the space long enough to be able to answer this question. I feel like more educated than opinionated. But like, does it need to be on the blockchain? Does it need to be Web3? Does it need to be an NFT? Does it need to be a metaverse?
Nope.
There's so much, you know what I mean?
Does it need a token?
Right. Does it need a token? I'd love to talk a little bit about that with you, because a lot of people are like, every time anybody does anything, even if you've ever been in crypto, like, why did they use a crypto? Why didn't they do a meme coin? Why didn't they do an? It's like, Jesus, could you imagine if Pal World would have tried to do NFTs, that little Pokemon ripoff company? They probably would have died before they took over, right? Like they were like one of the biggest games in the world for a little bit. And I think if they would have tried doing it Web3 with their own token, with NFTs, they never would have had that level of success that they got. But yeah, I mean, what do you think, dude? Does everything need to be an NFT? Does everything need to be on the blockchain? Are we ready for that shit?
Well, watch this. Yes, everything should be on the blockchain, just because especially if you want like a record of it, or it doesn't necessarily should be, but could be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Christ, you could put, how often you clip your toenails on the blockchain if you really wanted to.
I mean, I might be into that.
Does it need to be? No. Look at the whole rest of the world. Like, just because Bitcoin is doing really well, and like people, financial institutions have adopted it. Like they have to buy it, they have to hold it because of these ETFs. Like they can't let it go. So it's like. So anyway, as far like aside from like number go up, right? No, it doesn't have to, because did Kendrick and Drake have anything to do with Web3 over the past few days? No. Kendrick just streamed like 200 million fucking songs. I'm only saying that because that just happens to be like the hottest thing that people are talking about. But like, think of anything that's happening, like this light's on without the blockchain. You know what I mean? Like, and no, I mean, you can go, if you're really not getting financially rewarded from it. I'm not saying like walk away from it, but at the same time, like find something that's going to keep your stomach full and the sheriff away from your front door, right? So but like as far as like artists and projects and stuff like that, yeah, you can do some cool stuff with it. There's some people doing shit. G Love from G Love and the Special Sauce, he has his own like Web3 community. Like there's independent artists that are making this work. There's all types of different examples of people. I mean, Kenny, you were, you do what you do without like, you don't make songs. Like you make the world go round, but like you're not like a. So that being said, I mean, could it be done? For sure, but is it? One, don't bank on it being like the main thing that's going to make you take off, because look, people can watch shit on YouTube for free, save it on their phone, screen record stuff. Like, the utility has always been the biggest thing. That's the other cool thing too about the first comedy NFTs that I make. They have actual utility, and while the utility is literally just you can get into my show for free, it's still fucking utility. So say what you want.
More than what TJ Miller's offering.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure I got to use it once because I had an NFT and I got to go to your show. Or I was in town and went to one of your shows with Kenn.
Yeah, but it doesn't cancel that, dude. It's like, you're in for life, man. You're still holding it as long as you didn't sell it. Like,
no, I burned it.
That I did too.
No, I'm just kidding.
And Miggy, you remember this? And because this was hysterical to me, because we were down at one of the conferences in Miami, and I tweeted out because I walked around with a fucking duffel bag full of t-shirts, prior t-shirts. Oh, yeah. And I said, if I see anyone walking around that has one of my NFTs, I'm gonna give you a t-shirt. And this dickhead next to me, the cow, the Miggy,
brown cow,
holds his phone up. Well, he's sitting literally like right next to me after I showed him the tweet because I was all excited about it. And he's like, "Here, look, I got one." I was like, "What size are you?"
Yes, dude, I wear that shirt all the time.
I wear it all the time. You should wash it.
Oh no, but it still smells like you. It still has your scent.
Does that Old Spice High Endurance original?
Old Spice and
So
weed.
yeah, Old Spice and weed. Yeah, spaghetti and coffee. So, but yeah, no, I mean, so
Yes, the
I
coffee.
wanted to make sure that there was some type of, at least you could do something with it too, because like I do a lot of like, they say the best defense is a good offense. Like I try to do a lot of shit up front to do my best to prevent people from talking shit. Um, at least shit that I can't handle, right? Up front.
Right.
Like for anybody to be like, it doesn't have utility. Well, yeah, the fuck it does.
Yeah.
And if they say that they live, in somewhere else that's too far away, I don't know. Skype me. We'll do a fucking show.
Nice.
We'll do like a private OnlyFans shit. I don't care.
What are you doing May 22nd? Speaking of OnlyFans, we're gonna be doing a Bitcoin Pizza Day. Pizza Dow is doing it has nothing to do with OnlyFans. Worst
okay.
segue, worst segue
I'm waiting for
ever.
the connection.
Yeah, there is none.
I'm waiting for the
The connection is there is none. The connection is will you be coming? I guess to the Bitcoin Pizza Day
okay.
party on May 22nd. It's in Philly, so I'll be there. I'm hosting with snacks, Bitcoin Pizza Day, Pizza Dow, Pizza Party in Philadelphia. Wow, that's so many words. I don't know how they're gonna make a flyer.
There's so many words that have me wanting to go there. First of all, you have me a pizza, that you'll be there, and that it's here. Yeah, man, of course.
Cool. Yeah,
I'll make myself the 22nd. What's that?
No, Bitcoin Pizza Day,
That's
22nd.
Wednesday. That's a
Yes, sir.
Wednesday.
I'm throwing a party here in Oklahoma City.
Also, wait. I just want to stay on this Venn diagram one more second about OnlyFans and pizza, and the Venn diagram part is "Are you coming?" Right? That's the middle part of this.
I mean, it's all the only.
Where it's like red and then it's blue, and then the purple part is "Are you coming?" Okay, so.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not for hire. So yeah, so what else is going on, man? Tell me what else is happening. I can tell you more stuff about me.
Well, we're going to Austin. Are you going to be coming to Consensus? Are you going to? I know we used to do a lot of conference hopping together, and I've been in my own little hiatus for like 2 years, bro. I was in a depression, just hiding in my bedroom like an idiot. So now that I'm out and chasing rainbows again, I was just curious if you're going to be going to conferences this year. I'll be going to Consensus. I'll be going to the Litecoin Summit, the Bitcoin Conference in Nashville. All three of them actually were dumb enough to give me free tickets that we can just like Xerox and copy and just like we can get everybody in. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, you coming to Austin or what?
Well, here, let me ask you this: what's the over and under on you going back into this on when you go back into this depression hole? Is it? Because if I got to strike while the iron's hot, then I might need to get to some of these ones soon. You know what I mean? Because if you go back into this hole in November,
well, it's really low odds. Like, all right, so here's what happened, right?
All right,
so my brother shot himself in the head, then my dad shot himself in the head, and then my grandfather was like, you know what's a cool idea? I'm gonna shoot myself in the head. I don't think they can do that again. So I'm pretty confident that I don't. Yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? And my mom doesn't even own a gun. I don't even think.
And he's a free bird, free spirit, nothing holding him down.
Yeah. It took a while.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. You cleared up
the
the thing about your mom. You cleared up the thing about your mom. I was going to ask you how many grandparents you had left, but.
Well, my grandmom is a junkie, so we don't really talk to her too much. I hope she's doing well, but other than that.
Well, so listen, let's just pause for a second and say I love you. And while I've known these things, it's not nice, but like I don't know, whatever the word that's escaping me that isn't nice, but it's good to hear you talking about this publicly and out and like like just being okay about it. You know what I mean? That's why I can make the jokes about how many grandparents you got left. These are jokes, guys. Everybody that's watching, if you're like, who the fuck would that guy even dare say that to him? Like, he just got out of the hole. What do you mean he's going to go back in November? Listen, I've known Kenny for a long time. And listen, I go into it once in a while too. And I haven't been out to conferences in a minute. The last place I went to was Vegas. Did I go to Vegas? Yeah, I was in Vegas, but that was for an ATM conference for the Bitcoin company that I'm with.
Yeah, I remember. That's
ATM
like
conference? What?
That's one of my.
Yeah, we just
conference
missed
for
each other.
everything.
That's right. Yeah, fuck. But every time I drive by a Terrible's gas station, I always think of you.
I just drove by that exact gas station the other day, dude. I'm out here right now.
That was the one when,
bro.
Yeah, because I was with the Uber driver. I was like, yo, that's the one. And they were like, what? And I was like, remember that story I told you? So long story short, me and Kenny had a not great night, but where we got dropped off, it was literally under that sign in Vegas. There's a gas station called Terrible. So we were dropped off in front of the sign, and we just both of us looked up, and we were like, of course.
Yeah, fucking straight up. There's your sign, bro. One of the worst days of my fucking life was in Vegas with you, but it was the best night ever, too, right? No, it wasn't your fault. I'm just saying, like, dude, that shit was a nightmare that we both survived. It was fucking hilarious.
It was. Oh, that part was horrible too.
I'm
surprised
we didn't end up in a trunk somewhere. Seriously.
We really, dude, fucking Jason Statham driving us around.
They didn't want to let us out of the fucking strip club, dude. We had to sneak out. We had to sneak the fuck out of the strip club, bro.
That's funny. Oh yeah, I remember that story. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Hey, at least you got to use. Didn't you get to use Bitcoin though?
No, that's the scary part. Dude, no.
Oh, that was the dumbest thing. Well, it's gone. But anyway, no. I told him, I was like, listen, I just want to smoke a cigarette. I didn't even smoke. We fucking bounced.
Dude, we walked so fast.
We ran.
Dude,
you and your Crocs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, slippers running out of his strip club.
Slippers that we bought. Gets you into the Bellagio.
Dude, I just showed somebody that Mashable's article today. I was like, Mashable wrote an article about me and made fun of my slippers.
That's funny.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, dude.
Where the fuck are they now?
I love that I'm in Vegas right now while we're talking about all this because it's like,
that's incredible.
Wow, it's like right down the street from me. I'm like right down the street from this.
Vegas is a good time, especially if you're out there for the right things. I mean, if you're out there by yourself and you got some time on your hands, it can get a little dangerous. But Vegas is a good. What just happened? Shit. Okay.
Battery's about to die on you.
No, I kicked something. No, I kicked something. Anyway, no, it really has. It's been cool. When we went out to Vegas, my partner and I are shooting. And it's in addition to all the podcasts and stuff that we produce and all the work that we do, we're shooting our own series. But we shot some of the series about us being out in Vegas. So when it all comes together and comes out, it's cool. But there's like footage of me running across that bridge. Like there's bridges across the street. There's footage. There's all this footage of because we lost something. That was the thing. So like I'm running and I'm looking for it all through Vegas. I'm running through the airport. There's like all this funny footage of me, whatever. But
just picture you like Forrest Gump running for like ever.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Hey,
just very Forrest Gump. His beard just gets longer and longer.
There you go. That's the one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. But no, it's cool. Like, and it's it's me in a position to be able to create and have shit come out as a result of it. A friend of mine, another stand-up comic, Dorian Vasquez, made a film called Porch Pirate, which is a horror film with all stand-up comedians.
A horror film?
A horror film. There's nothing.
Like an adult.
So you pay it, and then it's a horror scary movie. It's a horror film, but it's all stand-up comedians that are the actors. So they, we're funny. Shit we say is fucking funny. So like you can't help but like be funny in your lines or whatever. But no, it's so the gist of the film. Check this out because it'll start. It's popping around. It's already starting to win awards and shit. It's in another festival. It's in a couple festivals. It's about a guy who steals boxes off of like Amazon delivery packages and shit off of people's porches. But one of the packages that he steals has a severed head in it, and he has to figure out what to do next. And my role is he brings it to my. I'll just tell you this. He brings it to my pawn shop.
Mike in a pawn shop, yes.
Yeah, I got a pawn shop.
I would try to sell. Oh yes, give me some. I'm coming in with broken keyboards and shit. Let's go.
Yeah. So well, this dude comes in with a fucking severed head, and it just it doesn't go well. But so there's that, and then I'm in another movie. It's about drug dealers. Called Mistransaction. It's a comedy film. It was just in the Philadelphia Independent Film Festival the other night. We just premiered it. The official premieres like with the final cut is going to be in August. But yeah, that's cool. It's about a guy who finds a brick of cocaine and needs to figure out what to do next with it.
You should probably link
Try
up
to
with
get
the
rid
dude
of
who
it.
found the head and see if the head will
Yeah,
snort the
yeah,
cocaine
see?
and come back to life. It could be like Idle Hands meets Idle Head.
Yo, that's crazy. Has there ever been a sequel of two separate movies? That's like where they
Yeah,
blend
Freddy and
two movies
Jason.
together.
That's the only one I
Oh
can
yeah,
think
fuck,
of.
never
The
mind.
only one I
Bro,
can
Freddy
think of.
versus Jason,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the only
Yeah,
one.
I guess
I
that
don't know
doesn't
anybody
count
else.
because they had like but they had like the Wolfman versus Dracula in the
Yeah, they're
50s,
trying
but-
to do like the horror multiverse, you know, where they kind of bring there is a movie where they're like
No,
you
they
have
fucked
everybody in it.
up. They
But they
really
have an
fucked
older
up with
movie where
that
they're
one.
all in it. All
There
the
was a-
monsters.
Oh yeah, with Lon Chaney Jr. and all those were great. Bela Lugosi and all those. But I'm talking Boris Karloff. But no, there was a movie called Dracula. Dracula Untold. It was like a prequel to like how like Vlad became Dracula, right? And it came out in the 2000s, and they were setting it up to be like a multiverse. And no more movies were made of it. It's a great movie.
Fucked up.
You know what?
I ain't got
Another one
nothing to do
is
with it. That's got
Tom
nothing to do with us,
Cruise.
but-
Tom Cruise was in that Mummy movie, and it was supposed
Oh
to
yeah, I
be
think
like,
that was supposed to be
You
part
know
of
what?
that
That's
too.
right.
Yeah, I think that was supposed
So
to be part
that-
of it, right?
It was. You're absolutely right. It was supposed to be part of that Universal Monster universe, and that was supposed to be the next film in the series, but nothing
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that's kind of the one that bummed me out. I was really excited for it. I thought, I like Tom Cruise in general, as like an actor, not as a person. That not sure who he is in real life. Everybody's a potential Bill Cosby these days. I don't fucking know. But as an actor, I like Tom Cruise, and I thought it would have been a good to see him, with other, genres like with the Wolfman and Frankenstein type or whatever. But yeah, it kind of pucked end right there. And he did like some crazy stunts that like I think he like broke his leg or something making that movie trying to do stunts. So like he tried, yeah, he went all out.
Wait a minute. So hold on. But he was on the set of the movie. He broke his leg. But I don't wonder what that felt like laying there knowing that he's the only one that could have helped himself.
Hey, you know what? Him and Chuck Norris are the only two people who know how that feels. I'm the only one who can help me. It's like Chuck Norris. It's like Chuck Norris, needed surgery.
Chuck can do shit. Yeah, one of my favorite Chuck Norris things is that he doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the world down. He pushes the earth in. Anyway, but yeah, man. So no, those have been like the two like.
Have you
big,
thought about trying to
flagship
do like a
projects I look
premiere in the
forward
crypto voxels or something, like using the metaverse as like a way to host
I
a
really.
theater
It's funny you
experience?
say that. I had thought of that, and I'm like, it's kind of one of these things too, where like so there's been nothing done with it in a while either. And obviously, I'll get over this part of it too. But really, the biggest hurdle is just trying to figure out like, when to sit down and do this and just kind of premiere it and make things happen. But the other thing too is like I don't want to just kind of be a one and done because I don't know how much more follow up of like other stuff that I would incorporate in it. Like I have all my podcasts and stuff that I could show, even if we just literally screened them and had people watch it from there.
Yeah.
Which again answers your question: does Web3 need to happen? No, because all I'm doing is putting a fucking YouTube link and having people watch it inside my even if it's a private link. All I'm doing is having them take an extra step and going through this thing. It's cool as hell. I remember an interview you did a long time ago, and you made a really cool metaphor or whatever comparison about like finding an old Mayan coffee cup, right? Like it's neat, but like, what am I gonna do with it? There's like thermoses now. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, but like, and I kind of feel the same way. Like it's a really cool thing to do. Don't get me wrong. But, like you could dress like a furry, but we're still gonna take these costumes off. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
That's
No,
good.
well, I mean, I would definitely try to encourage like a mystery science theater type of an experience. I don't know how you'd pull
For
it
sure.
off, but definitely, it doesn't have to be Web3, but yeah, some kind of a
Right.
way where there's commentary with you, the cast, the crew, just like shooting the shit over the movie being like, there. And that way it doesn't like take away from the original movie because there's a lot of chatter on top. Like, obviously, if you want to watch that movie, you're gonna have to go and buy it or whatever, but like a free YouTube movie version of it could be like Mystery Science Theater, so it's like it's there for free, but obviously the whole cast and crew are talking on top of it. It's kind of not a free movie,
Or make
but
your
it
own
is.
commercials and put them in the movie, your own ads.
No, yeah, that's definitely
Commercial break.
that's cool.
Yeah, I
We have a
definitely.
podcast that kind of does that. They have their own commercials that they made up.
Oh wow, that could be
Yeah, I know.
dangerous.
So as I'm listening. By the way, I love you both. This is cool to listen to. And really get the wheel spinning because I am thinking. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's still an extra step, but it's a cool step. You know what I mean? So, um, having that exclusivity, I mean, it's already there in crypto voxels. I know there's other places and platforms that just kind of could always start it again and do it other ways or whatever. But um, yeah, the possibilities are there for sure. I just haven't. I really haven't put much focus into doing it. And this. Oh, so this was the part I was saying that I'll just obviously get over, but it's like, uh, when you were dating somebody for a while and then you break up and then it's like, you're both single again, and then it's like, should I call her? Yeah, let me just call her. Hey, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, now that you want to fucking call me again, like, so there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, it's always, just new people checking shit out, seeing what you're doing.
True. Now you're not wrong there.
So what else?
So what else? God.
What else?
I guess we can kind of wrap her up here, man. I just wanted to make sure you got to talk about the stuff you were in recently, the movies, and like you said, there's a third one that you're working on that isn't released yet, right? But it will be coming out soon.
Yeah, we literally just had our first like official production meeting last night here in our studio. So it's our company, Excellence Productions, and
Fucking
Any World Media. But they're like they're like the main drivers on it. But addition being in the movie. Oh yeah, I can't give it. I was about to tell you what happened to me in the one movie, but I can't give it away. But yeah, in addition to us, being a part of the production, we're in it. We have a lot of say in like the editing process too, and so.
Did you say where people will be able to watch the movies or see them?
No, I didn't. I don't know. I know in
gotcha.
August on 69th Street. Oh, well, listen, if you're anywhere near Helium,
is it on
in Philly,
Pornhub or?
yeah, and actually, so did you guys know this? That while you're watching Pornhub, if you watch it for too long, it actually pops up and it says, there's a thing that pops up on the screen that says, "Are you still?" If you're anywhere in Helium, you're gonna try it, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
If you're anywhere near Helium on May 30th, we're screening Porch Pirate. So
cool.
you can go to. I think you can go to Helium's website and buy tickets, but it'll probably.
Nice.
It better sell out.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
You can see it there.
Y'all better go buy the tickets and watch the movie.
Bros. Much appreciate you. Love you, Mike. And hopefully we can get
I
you,
love you too.
to be at conferences again so I can see you there. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can get some funding for a shitcoin conference because I'd love to have you come out to Nashville and be the MC if you're available.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be cool. What
Yeah.
a good 2024 would be to get us all back there and
I
have
know.
shit like that.
Let me. Can we just? If I will say this, and I get that, and I know it's whatever, but I will say this about shitcoin. And I'll say this on your show if you're cool with this.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be. The only thing I need in my rider. I know there's not, budgets, whatever, but the only thing I need in my rider is for somebody to help me clear up my warrant in Tennessee.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna come out, no problem.
Fuck. You know
all
what?
right, we'll put that on the deck.
I feel like that could
that'll
happen.
be the
Yeah,
platinum
yeah.
sponsorship.
Yeah,
Or
platinum.
that'll be the gold sponsorship because I don't.
It was just for a speeding ticket. It wasn't like I did it.
Yeah, okay,
there's
so
no
that'll be
victim.
silver sponsorship. Silver sponsorship. Take care of Mike's ticket. We'll put the price.
I bet you we
For
could
real.
probably get somebody to do that. These degenerates in
I
Web3.
know.
Dude, let's
Yeah.
do that. That'd be fucking hilarious. Give them
Look, there's an
booth,
attorney out there
marketing.
that's probably like charge a couple $100 to do all the paper coming out there to go to court. Unless they
Yeah.
schedule my court date like the day after the conference in case anything goes wrong. You know what I mean?
No,
Mike
since
said-
COVID, we know that they can do that shit on Zoom.
Mike said, just cut
You know
out
what
the
I'm saying?
middleman. I don't want your money. I just want you to take care of this for me.
That's
Fuck
it.
the middleman.
So, okay, guys, we're looking for a silver sponsorship for shitcoin. All right, and be whatever the cost is to take care of that,
All right, guys.
and we'll give you a booth, everything.
Check
Love
out
ya.
the pinned tweet on my Twitter. It's there. Sponsor the Shitcoin Conference. It's a thing. It's happening. Much appreciate Mike Salvi. Love you, bro. Everybody, if you're watching, don't forget to hit share, retweet, whatever it is. get this content out there. Much appreciate you guys. Shout out to the sponsors, Asvoria and Fio. Miggy, I'll see you soon, bro.
Yeah, buddy. We'll see y'all around.
And I will see you in Philly on May 22nd, Mike, at the Pizza Dow Pizza Party.
Bitcoin Pizza Day, Global Pizza Party.
Yeah, I'm only eating pineapple pizza, bro. Only eating pineapple pizza. All right, everybody.
Good, hell yeah. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
Bye.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.